Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Techado again. And this video, we are going to check out a new project called Pixels. But before we jump into this video, you know that this channel has been converted dedicatedly now into a lot of P2E projects and everything. Um, Here is one thing I do want to share you that we have shared some amazing projects like Sunflower Land that actually is doing really good and sitting as one of the top projects right now in Polygon network. And actually, we predicted that happening like 7 or 8 months back. So yeah, if you want to join, you can join. But like it's all about how much research we do in the channel before you can get like proper information, because there are like tubers that are hype tubers that will hype a project up, and everybody joins in that hype without forgetting the core basics about how to analyze a project. And because after all, it's our investment, right, into these projects and everything. And nobody joins P2E. Here is a thing, fun fact: nobody or no adult male or female would join a play to earn game when you have already promoted as that free to earn kind of thing, where if we have taken the realm into a crypto world. If there is no profit, if there is no money to be made, so if there is no money to be made, how come all these projects are shining? There is actually a lot of money to be made. It is just the fact that how are you timing your stuff? How are you, playing the game, and how are you, utilizing your resources that is given to you? And that's what brings us to this amazing game, which is called Pixels Online. Um, might have started with amazing, but hold on a second. Might have started um, amazing. But there are some stuff that we are going to take a look. So take a deep breath, take a cup of coffee, as I do. We always go in depth, because in 5 minutes, if I share a project, it's not even sharing a project. It's like it's like talking about some projects and anything. So we're going to go in depth into Pixels. So at first, Pixels Online, we did search about P2E's, like social score. So in social score, they are doing pretty decent, to be honest, where their baseline average is 250. And in social score, they did, from September onwards, did see a huge spike, where you will be seeing a lot of interest coming up to this game. As a matter of fact, their Discord, which I'm going to share a link, did gain a lot of followers, just by talking about this project and sharing this project. So their members actually gained a lot. So which is kind of good thing, like that this game like this actually can blow up like this, where in a span of few days or so they are doing amazing. um Also, you can buy pixels in farm from OpenSea. Now, here is a fun thing. Whenever you're watching NFTs or NFT projects, and you are going through OpenSea.com or IO, you have to see some very, very important stuff, which is analytics. Even though it says beta, but analytics shows you, the sentiments about trading, how much stuff has been sold, what are the floor prices, how much sales has been done. So in analytics, we go for the last 7 days. We're not going to go for the last 30 days. They have decreased in volume. The number of sales have decreased by 70%, and floor price is sitting at 0.34 Ethereum, which is up by 3% than their usual. Now, in 30 days, if you consider a month, that's where you will see that October, there were good amount of sales. Number of sales was 65. That's their peak. And going towards November, 45 sales. So if you take as an average, you're getting an average of like 15 sales, more or less. and average price on this would be around about 0.3 to something like that. So let's outliers. Okay, price distribution. So yeah, listings 92 from 0.65 to 0.7 ETH. Actually, you know what? I have to show stream watching because otherwise you guys will not see this side of the graph. Um, Price distribution is going to be something like that. So, all right. So this wallet has 159. This wallet has 152. Um, this wallet Gorilla has got 86. We can actually go to join September 2021. Huh, interesting. Um, Interesting info we found out there. All right. So basically, you have to buy a land. The concept is this, that you can either play this game free by renting out a land from them, or if you are investors like me, you jump in and buy a couple of lands. Yes, it's like a scholarship thing where you can give this to scholars and they can play the game. Usually, we do not use the word scholarship because, I mean, I have some problem with this word, but apparently that's how people know it as scholarship. But basically, you are going to rent this out, and as long as the renter can pay, the rent fee or the lease fee, you're fine. Okay, but the most profitable way to play this game is by owning a farm or land. So, with that sort of information, we move into our next phase, which is Pixels light paper. Now, I am going to post this light paper because there are some links that you can find out here, literally on official links after you get verified and everything. Um, you know, and that's where you're going to check. Actually, I didn't check their Etherscan address. This is their contract address. One day, okay, well, okay. So go through all this, go through gameplay. I'm not going to go through gameplay because for me, it's I am not excited to play a 2D game, to be honest. My sole purpose is to analyze the economics, where there is money to be made or not. Let's be real out here. Let's not be like, you know what, it's an amazing game. Yeah, devs always talk about amazing games and everything. Matter of fact, nobody cares about the game as long as there is money to be made. That's what adults talk about. So let's all be adults. Let's not just float into this realm of what an amazing game it is. Let's be real. Let's see whether these make sense or not. So going through like there's whole structure, it's actually an amazing structure of economics, and whoever made this whole economics and thought about this thing deserves a big round and applaud, because they have thought about this process, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about structural organization of a project. A lot of these projects that come out into P2E space, or like Web3, they are so not structured. And it's interesting to watch that free plots, there is rented plots and owned plots. In rented plots, allow players to have more freedom, better yield, space for decorative purposes. But the downside is in the player having to rent them out, thus forfeiting a large portion of winnings by using this plot type. Only owned plots give the players additional space functionality, the highest income slash yield out of all plot types. And there are two variations of owned plots, each of this corresponding to the level of benefits: small owned NFT and large owned NFT. Now, we are targeting the small owned NFT sector compared to large owned NFT sector. Obviously, if you have the money, if you're a big baller, obviously you can go for the large owned NFT sector. Um, Here they share about how landowners are, they have unique benefits associated with an ownership relationship to the land and all that stuff. You can go through this, but the next thing comes resources. So going through Sunflower Land, also we were talking about resources, and later on we started trading resources and everything. They have a very, very similar structure. Now let's go to resource generation. And you will see also out here they mention this, that resource generation is the main faucet of their game. So part of their game is in-game progression, is that there is an increased amount of difficulty to gather more rare and hard to come by resources. That's how they're working on. And then there is something called sharecroppers. Now, sharecropping system is how free to play, F2P is called free to play, players will play the game. Players can harvest, plan, and sell to their heart's content. Rented lands will all be leased and not owned by the player, and the land will stay assigned to their account as long as they can pay the leasing fee. But and that's what I was talking about, that when you are like sharing this land to our pixel land to like a place where like somebody is playing the game and somebody is actually leasing it out for you, a huge chunk goes for that leasing fee. So the question is, will it be profitable for a scholar to actually play this game while you own the literally 40-50% of everything? That's also a very big question, because if scholars are not interested and if scholars cannot benefit out of it a lot, and they keep a very small amount of the earnings while you are minting out the maximum amount, um, there will be nobody to play the game, to be honest. Because to be honest, a lot of us, for me myself, I'm into like more than 9 or 10 projects. I'm not going to sit out here and play pixels all day, right? So it was actually logical for me to get somebody to play this game, and hence I can own like 3, 4, or 5 lands accordingly. Tokens. Now, two sort of tokens with their in-game currency to be berry. I actually did not find, by the way, this token. I mean, I see their contract address for the lands and everything, but I did not find their token up here. Um, I did not actually find their token. I mean, I think it's not listed or anything. Um, uh, the token is berry. Yeah, I could not find berry for Pixel. Just could not. I mean, I tried a lot to look around, but I did not find berry at all. Pixel is more like a premium in-game currency, where pixels are going to be used for to buy items, upgrades, cosmetic enhancements, and that are outside core gameplay, loop of pixels, and all that stuff. So on a micro, does this token save me time and all that stuff? You go through all this, but unlike its counterpart, berry, the supply of pixel will be heavily controlled and predictable. So that's actually a good thing. And they always talk about where 100,000 new pixel will be minted each day, and this new pixel then will be distributed to active players that are engaging in desired behavior patterns that benefit the pixel ecosystem. Um, Good. I mean, that's a very, very good kind of a thing, because there is one token which is unlimited supply, one token which is going to be in limited supply, and it will be distributed across. It's basically like a dual token kind of an economy. That's what they are going for. Also, you have two tokens, one in game, this one. So it's nothing major. Dual token economy works, but it needs heavy governance on the main token, not on the in game, but on the main token. It needs governance. Like we saw what happened with PegXE, like we saw what happens when you don't cap any tokens and people mint X amount, unlimited amounts, and burning process, God knows what is happening. But there is lot of burn process in pixels. That's the fun part of it. Literally everything, planting a crop, selling the crop, like you're burning 24/7. And that's is one of the key success for sunflower land today. One of the key success for sunflower land is the burning process. um, Project integration, so a new level of interoperability. Our tool allows native integration on other projects, which is token, land NFTs, utility NFTs, and PFP NFTs. That's actually good. External land integration. uh, see, this is what I'm talking about. When a project talks about external land integration, that means they are building a partnership and sharing their database with other player database, you know that now people from other projects will know about this project, right? So this is a level of marketing that we are talking about, where they have actually talked about this, and they are showing you that that there will be mechanics that will be shared in different audiences. External token integration multipliers to allow other projects to create their own stores. Amazing. uh, Now that has not been there in actually a lot of other projects where they do not have external token integration. That's actually a very, very innovative stuff that they're doing. Identity integration. Okay, so what is this? Take a look. We have already done in terms of integrating NFT identities to our. So far, we have 50 different NFT collections to be used as in-game avatars. Okay, that's good. Cross-project gameplay. Again, another important source that I always look into whether they have cross-project gameplay or not, and cross-project economics. Um, um, Good as far as like paper goes, or on paper goes, or light paper, or you can say as roadmap and their whole plan of developing the ecosystem, the economics looks pretty much on point. A lot of burns mechanics, a lot of showing that they are like trying to bring in other projects. You can build a project, and you can share with them. They are ready to integrate and all that stuff. And this is why Pixels will have an amazing future if they keep on building what they're doing right now. And you don't see that in a lot of other projects, like you don't see that. Now comes a little bit of criticism, only because there are certain factors which, as an investor, I mean, they do not have control on this. This is basically us traders, trading, and they have no control on this. Here is the thing. So for example, I want to join the project, right? It's a new project for me. I have seen this on Twitter for the last like 7 days. Want to join the project, and I see the floor price to be 0.34 Ethereum. 0.34 Ethereum is roundabout like 600-700 bucks. um, the question is, as me as a trader, and if I am cleverly trading, would I join a project for 0.34 Ethereum, be committed to that project, or should I put 0.34 Ethereum to Ethereum direct and try to make more out of it? See, that is the key difference. So why, what will be more appealing to me, like try to sell me this project. That's what I'm saying. I do not see any sale factor for joining this project. That's number one. Number two is that hype is a very, very important thing. Whenever hype comes up, people do not see this, how much Ethereum other people are charging on OpenSea. They just click add to cart because it's hype. um Same thing happened with Axie, same thing happened with PegXE, same thing happened with a lot of other projects, Avogachis and all that stuff. Literally anything that's on Polygon was built on hype, and people did not see the price of that. They just dropped it. They know that they're going to get out of the game within like probably a month. And that's what they do actually. They buy this, they will put this, and then they will get out of it. Same thing happens with Stepin in Solano network. So keeping this farmland at like 0.34, it's not selling me, to be honest. Like I'm not getting sold at it. Now there is one more stuff where we need to see about this. So they do airdrops, like, so they are doing airdrops, and you can, if you're lucky enough, you can actually get a whole land, and start playing this game, which is amazing, that lands are getting airdropped. And if you just want to be a small landowner, that's perfect. That's how you can also play the game. And that is the good part about Pixel. they do not restrict you in your play style. You are not forced to do anything. You can be a part of a small land NFT owner. You can be a large land NFT owner. You can be multifaceted. Like our multi. Have a very divergent way of playing this game. Um, but again, as I was saying, is that this is not controlled by Pixel at all. I think so. I'm pretty sure this is people trying to, up the prices and everything. And that's the reason you need to go for analytics, and you have to check analytics and see what is the average price, what is the price that you want to pull for. So you will see that 0.28 4 hours ago went through, like, and this is something that depends upon us, that Pixel has got nothing to do, to be honest. But on paper, kudos to the team Pixel. Amazing job. I am super super interested in this project. I will be looking very close to this project because it opens up a plethora of opportunities for a lot of people, those who probably wants to make some side hustle. And and I keep on saying this, P2E, one day or the other, is going to be the future. But it is how about we scale it? How about we structure it? How about how we define it? Um, right now, we probably have scratched the surface in Play to P2E, but this is the way things will go later on. Like, people, those who wants to play, they pay a fee, and they keep profits. And we did a lot of like short term testing, and where we saw a lot of people were earning actually pretty good. So I think from the channel Techado, that will be all, because I find this project to be very, very interesting. We'll be dropping another video about this project once I get any hands on to it. But on paper, the economics looks good. Tokenomics actually looks really good. A lot of burn mechanisms. They talk about integration with other projects and everything. So on paper, it's fine. uh, what we need to find, or I need to find probably, is what is the token's price right now. So yeah, that will be all from the channel Techado. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation, and if you have enjoyed and liked this presentation, don't forget to share with others about Pixels Online. Goodbye.